L is for the way you look at me. Go. Ooh. Ooh. That was beautiful. Ash and Zach are super smart. They went to college and learned a bunch of stuff. And Beau and Andrew didn't go to college because that's just the way life goes sometimes. What happens when you put them together and you try to make them learn? Grab your friends, let's listen together on Get Dumped on an Info Dump podcast.
Are you going to include that in the episode?
No, don't. Please don't include that in the episode. Oh, there's Rat Boy again. Why does it keep being Rat Boy? I don't like Rat Boy.
I'm just laughing, man.
Ready? You guys ready? Okay. Hello and welcome to Get Dumped On, an Info Dump podcast, episode 53, with the hostess with the mostest today. That's me. My name is Beau. How are you all cool cat kittens doing out there tonight? Out there in internet land or car land or wherever you're listening to this from right now. Well, I'm here to take you on an amazing journey. Well, I'm not. I'm here to get you started on this amazing journey.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm here with there's Andrew. Hey Andrew, say hi.
Well, hey there.
Hey, there he is. There's Andrew right there, all excited and whatnot. So then we got Zach. Zach, say hey to the folks out there.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. And we got the host. We got the host with the most today. We got Ash jumping all her info knowledge on us tonight. Ash, say hello to the folks.
Hey, what's up? I'm not gonna do a voice. I'm just gonna do my regular voice.
Beau's got the NPR voice going right now. He's like,
She's doing a
Today,
voice right. She's doing a
we're gonna
voice
talk
right now.
about getting dumped on and Info Dump podcast.
This week, I have one that I'm very excited about because it's one of the things that I like the most in this world. Can anyone guess what it is?
You like gorillas?
But what did you say?
Penguins.
Oh, Andrew, you're so very close. Today we're doing my favorite monkeys. I'm gonna talk to y'all about my favorite monkeys.
My favorite monkey.
So this would be your second ape-themed podcast.
Well, that's the thing. I'm not doing apes. I'm only doing monkeys.
Didn't know there was a difference. Carry
oh
on.
My God, there you go. She's correcting us. There's a difference between monkeys and chimpanzees and stuff.
I mean, like, apes are like a type of monkey, right? Like, we're all monkeys. Apes are a type of monkey, but technically, apes are their own, like, section of the primate family tree. They're their own thing. They're the large-bodied, no tails, blah, blah, blah. It's a distinction. I'm going to talk today about monkeys.
God, I wish I had a tail. But what would you do if you had a tail?
If I had a tail, let me tell you what I would do. All right. I would train it to pick, like, how long of a tail? Are we talking about like a hamster tail or like a monkey tail?
No, like a spider monkey
hamster tail?
Yeah.
Well, we are talking about monkeys, so.
Oh my God. I would.
Let's say that you had a 3-foot long prehensile tail.
I would train that thing. I would like work it out to make sure it's strong enough, and it would be my third hand.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's for.
Yeah.
So is that the only difference between apes and monkeys is a tail?
No,
The tail was all the time.
it's a whole thing. I mean, it's a main morphological difference. Apes don't have tails, while most monkey species do. Not all monkey species do, but most monkey species do. Apes are generally larger than monkeys. They have larger brains. They are phylogenetically, they're like on their own branch. They like branched. Listen.
They have a different dental formula too.
I'm trying.
Right?
They have a different dental formula. There's a lot of differences. And the difference between what it is and is not a thing has a lot of very specific qualifications, right? Scientists like to get real specific with it. I don't necessarily want to get into it that much, but essentially, apes are humans, chimpanzees, bonobos, gorillas, orangutans, and the lesser apes, quote unquote, aka the gibbons and siamangs. And then monkeys are divided into old world monkeys, new world monkeys, and then tarsiers and lemurs and lorises. So strepsirrhines.
And don't forget about the hey, we're the monkeys. All we do is monkey around.
That
yes,
too.
Davy Jones was there, and
Damn it, you beat me to the monkey joke. The monkeys. I'm so mad.
Gotta be
and,
quicker than that.
Pete
you gotta be quick.
Scott Naismith. What's his name? Naismith. It doesn't matter.
The
I just remember
monkeys,
Davy
yes,
Jones.
them. I don't
The
know
monkeys
any
are
part
the
of
reason why
who
David
they are.
Bowie goes by a way cooler name than his actual name. Because David Bowie, his name is David Jones, but there was already a Davy Jones in the Monkees, so he changed his name when he joined the music industry to David Bowie after his Bowie knife.
So funny that
He's
it's after
named
a
after
Bowie
a
knife.
knife?
Yeah, well, yeah. Jim
That's why
Bowie
when I get
of the
famous,
Bowie
I'm going
knife.
to change my name to Andrew Butterknife.
That would be worse. That would be a worse name.
Beau Spork.
Ash Cleaver.
That's pretty dope.
Michael Nesmith is the name
No.
I was trying to remember.
Oh, I thought that was your
Oh,
name.
I thought
Never
it
mind.
was the name you're going with. I'm like, no.
You're doing a thing.
No, he's one of the monkeys. It's fine.
Anyway, there's different groups of categories that are both morphological or physical characteristics and evolutionary ancestry characteristics that group them into different groups. There is technically there is a morphological and evolutionary difference between apes and monkeys. And today we're just going to be talking about monkeys. Specifically, my favorite monkeys. Now,
Peter
that's
Tork.
a really difficult thing to say because I really like monkeys. Anything who knows anything about me, I love primate evolution. I love basically every primate. There aren't many primates that I don't like.
So
but
what's
I've
number one?
chosen.
We're
I
gonna
don't
get
know
to
that I
that.
can order. I don't know that
So,
I can order them in that way.
I think me asking you that question is like me asking Zach what his favorite movie and or record was, which he could not answer. And then
Yeah.
he just went on a Warhammer 40,000 just tirade.
Impossible to answer.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
betcha. Here's what I think that we should do is, Ash, don't say which monkey is your favorite, and at the end of the episode, we'll try and guess which one your favorite is based on how you talked about them.
Okay, I mean, I don't know that there's a correct answer to this, but sure.
We will assign you a favorite based on.
Okay.
It'll be,
I don't know anything about monkeys, so that's going to be a terrible answer from my side. But go for it.
it'll be a prescriptivist answer.
I'm also curious to know how many of these y'all have even heard of. I'm sure you've heard of some. All right, let's get into it. My favorite monkey.
Monkey. My favorite monkey, my favorite monkey.
I already
Let's
did that
all
song.
guess what Ashes is.
Don't
At the end.
don't tack on to what I already started.
And Beau will
Stolen valor.
input-
Stolen valor, sir.
and Beau will input which monkeys he thinks he could take in a fight
All of them.
based on the last episode where we talked about based on the last episode where we were talking about monkeys.
Beau's favorite monkey. Beau's fighting monkeys. Which ones can he fight to death?
Who will get tuberculosis first? Okay.
It's Beau.
The first monkey that I am going to talk to you about today is the Patis monkey.
The what?
Patis monkey.
Have you
Patis?
ever heard of the Patis monkey? Patas monkey.
I can fuck it up.
Never.
Let me look it up real quick while you keep talking about it.
I have some pictures that I will send you that y'all can describe to our listeners. Listeners, if you are able to listen, to Google pictures as you listen, I encourage it because monkeys are cute. So Patis monkeys are monkeys that live in Africa. They live in the savanna and woodland habitats in central and southern Africa. They are terrestrial quadrupeds, meaning that they use all four limbs to get around and they only live on the ground. They sleep in trees, but they don't really go in trees because there aren't a lot of dense trees where they live. They will all sleep in an individual tree as well, which I think is really cute. So they'll pick a tree and go to sleep.
That's cute. Just a tree full of monkeys.
Well, a tree with one monkey.
Oh, okay.
Tree with one monkey. Tree with one monkey. I'm just going to sing this whole episode.
They all get a tree when they go to sleep.
Do you think they customize their trees? They like this one likes to
tree
have
house.
like
Like
a bunch of
they fluff the leaves a little
yeah.
bit.
This
or
one
like,
likes to have fluffed leaves. This one likes to pull some sticks over. This one.
I mean, they're not animals. Like that would wait. They are animals.
oh my
they
God.
are animals.
When you're done describing this monkey, I'll tell you how I'd fight it.
Yeah.
They're relatively large-bodied for a monkey. Males weigh around a little less than 30 pounds on average, and females weigh around 15 pounds on average. They are omnivorous. They eat fruits. They eat insects. They eat eggs.
And these hands.
They eat lizards. They eat basically a lot of things so they can get their hands on. And fun fact about Patis monkeys, in some groups, sap and gum from acacia trees make up a large part of their diet, which makes them the largest primate to incorporate gum as a major part of their subsistence strategy, which is really fun. Big monkey eating small, because usually small-bodied monkeys eat saps and gums, but they're big guys just chewing on some some trees.
So he's just always like chewing bubble gum.
Yeah, they're always blowing bubbles, you know? But the most interesting thing about Patis monkeys, I think, is they're fast as fuck, boy. They're fast as fuck, boy. They're the fastest species of primate in the world. They can run the fastest out of any species of primate.
How fast is it?
Thank you for asking. Do you guys want to guess how fast they can run?
35 miles per hour.
I'm going to excuse myself because when I looked it up to look at it, it told me. So,
Beau, what was it? Dump on us.
it says about 34 miles per hour.
They can run about 35 miles an hour.
I was
Pretty
so
fast.
close.
That's pretty fucking fast.
And
Yeah.
because they live on the savannah, they have to outrun,
Oh,
cheetahs and
savannah.
hyenas, and like they got to be able to run. So they're the fastest primate, which is really fun. They're built sort of like a greyhound. They have long front legs and even longer back legs, but they just have like monkey hands instead of dog paws on the ends of them. They have really long, skinny tails that they use like a rudder when they're running, like a cheetah, which is really fun.
That's so cute.
Specifically also, I mean, and this is going to be the case with all of them, but they have a really distinctive look that I personally really like. They have kind of like longer, shaggy coats. They have a really nice, like red auburn color. I'm going to send some pictures to y'all.
While you're doing that, I want to say that I looked it up, and Usain Bolt was clocked at 27 miles per hour at his peak speed in a 100-meter dash.
But he only has 2 legs, though.
And do they have
If he used all 4 and he had a tail, I'm thinking that guy could beat a Patis monkey.
I'm pretty sure that humans would run worse with 4 legs because of on our arms, because the arms are too short. We got short,
Our
stupid
spines
arms.
are the wrong direction, and our heads don't fit onto our spines right.
I really like how this one is sprinting with the baby on its belly. That's very
So I
adventurous.
sent one in motion, so you can see it's got very long arms and legs. It's got a very long tail. Its baby is just clinging to it for dear life.
It's that primate grasping reflex.
Indeed.
It kind of looks like Wilford Brimley because it has like a mustache.
The males have fantastic mustaches. They have
They
these
really do.
beautiful, glorious, like strongman 1920s mustache. Like, get these motherfuckers some beeswax and twirl that shit up on the ends for real.
You totally could.
Yeah, it looks like a Scottish bartender.
Yeah, they have really, and they also have like mutton chops. They have very long hair on the sides of their face, and some of them are more prominent than others. But also, they look like they're wearing funny little toupees because their scalp, the top of their head, is a darker red than the rest of the hair on their face, and so it kind of looks like they're wearing little bad toupees, which I
Yeah,
think is really cute.
That's so cute.
This first photo you sent too, it's a very distinguished looking mustache monkey, but its butt is bright red.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like there's any hair down there.
Oh, yeah, it is. Well, that keeps it clean, like a vulture's head.
What? That keeps it clean? It looks like it's inflamed.
Well, no, because if there's hair on it, then you got to worry about poopies getting in the hair. That's why vultures don't have any feathers on their head, because that way they don't got to
Because they
worry
get
about,
poopies in their head?
well, guts and stuff.
Oh. Okay. Carry on.
Fun thing about Patis monkeys as well. Males, their testicles are blue. They got blue balls, literally.
Same.
Is why?
But I do it to myself.
No, about the monkeys.
Oh,
It's just a thing.
Probably sexual selection.
That's just the way things go.
The females are like,
Albuquerque.
look at how blue this guy's balls are. I'm so into that.
I'm so virile. Look at my blue balls.
Zach, you did the episode on blue. So
Uh-huh.
tell me, why is the light reflecting off of only the monkey's balls, and why is the blue light the only one that's not being absorbed?
Because the blue balls have, was it iridophores or cyanophores in the skin, which cause the light to scatter upon reflection and appear blue to the
So the
eye.
light's scared of this monkey's balls, is what you're saying.
It's so
Exactly. The light
scared.
is scared of the monkey's balls.
Whoa. I also,
Makes sense.
I've always really liked Patis monkeys. I think they look cool. I think it's cool that they're fast. I wanted to do my big deal primatology paper in undergrad on Patis monkeys and their allomothering behaviors, which is other females in the group will take care of young that's not their own. And I wanted to see if they do it in order to gain like favor in the dominance hierarchy. But unfortunately, it didn't work out for a myriad of reasons. Like one of them was pregnant. There was some complications, but like she was fine, but they had to take her off exhibit because she was like getting stressed. And ultimately, I wasn't able to do it. But I spent a lot of time at the zoo looking at Patis monkeys. And one time, we got to see them do their threat bark grunts at this service dog who was there. So this person came with their service dog, and the monkeys immediately were like keyed up. I think it was a group of, 3 females and 1 male. They live in single male, multi-female groups. So their groups consist of 1 male and then a bunch of unrelated females. And so immediately, like when they saw this dog, these monkeys got all keyed up and they were doing this like chirping, this like crazy, scary chirping sound. And I was like, well, that's cool. And then the person with the service dog started walking around the exhibit and they started to like triangulate, like rush it and like kind of get around. And like they were doing this crazy like monkey formation. And that was just really cool to see. I thought it was because, you don't really usually get to see behaviors like that in a zoo setting. And I was sad that the monkeys were stressed, but also I was like, dang, this is pretty cool.
Why were they threatened, or were they trying to hang out with it?
Oh, big time. I think they were threatened.
Okay.
They don't like intruders. They don't like, they're pretty insular. They don't usually mix between groups. Sometimes they do during breeding season, but usually groups stick to themselves.
Well, you said that humans are primarily like apes.
Humans are apes, yes.
Okay, yeah, because when I see a dog, I do that same thing, but it's because I want to hang out with it.
Yeah.
I start like, and then I start like triangulating where the dog's going so I can pet it.
You've been conditioned through your entire life to see dogs as friends, whereas these monkeys are like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
Is
and I
that
mean, the only
fucking
dog-like
cheetah?
things that they usually know are hyenas, like African wild dogs. This is not good. They do something called a threat yawn too, which is funny because it looks like they're yawning, but really they're just flashing their canines, being like, "Don't fuck with me, I got big old teeth."
They're peacocking. They're like, hey,
And I remember I was looking at their skull when I was trying to find a Christmas present for you. They have huge canines.
I don't want that for Christmas.
And that I would love that for Christmas. And that usually comes.
Wait, who are you
They were
talking
sold
to?
out.
You talking to Beau? You gonna get it for Beau?
Aw, would you do that for me?
He didn't.
Monkeys who live in single male, multi-female groups usually have really large, they usually have a high degree of sexual dimorphism, meaning the males are usually a lot bigger than the females, and they usually have really big canines because in these social structures, male to male, like dominance fighting is pretty prevalent. And so these big canines are a part of that social structure.
Hey, Beau, what would be the human equivalent to that? Of like the guy who gets all the girls because of blank. What's the blank?
I'm the blank. I'm just kidding. I got nothing. I had
Well,
Is
it
it
doesn't
like-
really, the analogy doesn't track because we don't live in single male, multi-female systems. I mean, some people do, but
guys, see, I can't. Good job trying to do that.
Like
Tom.
you have like a lot of cool Ed Hardy genes, and like that attracts them.
and my Guy Fieri
No, it's just-
bleached
it's
tips.
just the-
yeah.
the dude that
Hawaiian
wears-
shirts.
Rhinestone
that wears
denim.
like a medium like t-shirt, one that's just like
Deep.
so tight you can see every muscle,
and deep V.
Deep V.
V neck.
and he just rips it off.
Yeah.
And one of
I
those
would say that
JK
tracks.
feathered top hats.
I don't think I've ever seen a cool person with a top hat.
Well, let me show you my top hat then.
What's also fun about Patis monkeys is that the females will usually take the lead in defending territory against predators or intruders. The males will help when it's a serious situation, but mostly they just kind of hang back and make loud alarm calls. Males will usually only defend the group against other males trying to like interlope and take over their territory.
They're the bosses. They're like the boss fight in the video game.
Well, not really, because
Like you never jump into a video game and fight the boss immediately. You fight all the lower tier people leading up to the boss.
Unless it's one of those games that has you immediately fight a really powerful enemy so that you get clapped and then you're like, oh man, I got to come back here later and actually take that guy out. But
That's what's going to happen when Beau fights the monkey. He's going to go straight for the head guy. He's going to get clapped, and then he's going to have to work his way back up the monkey ladder to fight that same guy later.
Yeah, the monkey is the asylum demon.
We call that the Ghost of Tsushima offense.
okay, sure.
The nerd
This
joke
has
for all
got a
the
weird.
PlayStation people out there.
The analogy is not the best, but you know what?
Whoa.
We'll let it stand. And so, yeah, those are the major things about Patis monkeys. Super cool, fast as fuck little guys who just run around looking cute with their funny little
Mustaches
mustaches
in the
and their fun
wind.
little toupees. Some people say that the Lorax is a Patis monkey.
I don't say that though.
I'm going to look up the lyrics right now. Let me double check.
While you're doing that, want me to tell you how I'd fight this monkey?
Please.
Perfect. You see that stupid tail it's got? So I sneak up behind it. He's suspecting. I'm fighting dirty, by the way. I'm cheap shotting this monkey.
How are you sneaking up on a group of multiple monkeys?
I found one who got left behind from his friend. He got
okay,
left
so this is a
behind.
very specific situation in which you can beat this monkey.
And I snuck up behind him, right? And I grab his tail and I do a little spin. I do it like Mario 64 Bowser style.
Jeez.
It works. I've seen it happen in Mario 64.
But now to get gruesome, I throw him into a tree. He's dead. I win.
But that's where he sleeps. So like throwing him back into his house might actually make him more comfortable.
But he won't be able to react because he's like, what the fuck? And he's dizzy. So monkey to a tree. All right, bring me on. Please demonstrate my next opponent for me.
Well, the Lorax doesn't have a tail, but it does have a Wilford Brimley mustache. So I'll give it a 50-50 on that one.
You heard it here, folks. It's 50-50.
50-50. Same with Beau's chance of fighting this thing. I'll give it 50-50.
No. If he doesn't run fast, like because he's a bitch and he ran away from me.
He does run fast.
I know, but he's only running fast because he's trying to run away from me. If he does it and stands his ground, I'm taking this monkey on. His biggest weakness, his tail. My greatest weakness, nothing.
Wouldn't his tail be strong enough, though, for when you're like swinging him around, he could do a pull up with his tail and reach your hand, which is spinning it, and go.
Not when he's spinning, he'd be like, monkey spin.
Not the monkey spin.
Next victory.
I'll give Beau a 40% chance to beat that monkey.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Next one, I'm going to talk about. I'm breaking my own rule a little bit. Don't tell anyone. Don't call the police. I'm going to talk to you about spider monkeys and gibbons.
Okay.
Gibbons, the reason that I like these two are they're essentially two sides of the same coin. Now, gibbons are technically apes. They're lesser apes. So, like, they don't really belong on this list. So we can focus on the spider monkeys. But part of the reason why I like spider monkeys is because they're very similar to gibbons. And I think that that's fun. So these are both monkey groups that are brachiators. They swing arm to arm in the tree. The difference is that spider monkeys live in the New World, in the Americas, and gibbons live in the Old World or Asia. They're both frugivorous, meaning that they eat fruits. They're both purely arboreal, classic monkey behavior, meaning they only live in trees and they don't really come down to the ground. If they do, it's only for short periods of time. They are both really long boys, and it's fun because they're long in the opposite way that Patis monkeys are long. Patis monkeys are long horizontal style, and these are long vertical style. They have really long arms because they swing from the trees. Their radius and ulna, their bones in their forearm, are like crazy wicked long, especially in relation to their other limbs, because that's how they're getting around.
The whole concept of a monkey that like swings through the trees, like literally swinging, it's ridiculous.
So fucking classic, right?
It's so classic. It honestly, to me, it makes no sense. It seems like such a needlessly dangerous way to get around.
But they're really good at it, and they have special evolutionary adaptations to make it so that they are super awesome.
That's true. I mean, yeah, I would be bad at it.
You would be bad at it. And technically, spider monkeys aren't true brachiators. They're arboreal quadrupeds who also do brachiation. Gibbons are the real brachiating specialists. But the reason that spider monkeys are quadrupeds is because they have a prehensile tail. Gibbons don't have any tail. Spider monkeys have an extremely long, extremely prehensile tail. They use it essentially as a third hand. It's extremely flexible. They use it while climbing through the trees, and it's super fun to watch, and I wish that I had one.
I really like the pose that spider monkey is doing.
So I sent a photo of a spider monkey that is straight up doing
Striking a pose.
So yeah, they're striking a pose. Their arms
They
are out,
are
their legs
voguing.
are wide open, and their tail is just magnificent.
Grabbing the branch. It's grabbing the branch with its arm and its tail simultaneously in a fun figure eight pattern.
So I looked up the size comparison to humans, and Beau, if you were to try and just walk up to one of these guys,
yeah, I'm winning.
They can bite you in the crotch. Like their head is crotch level.
But I'm going to be wearing a cup.
So this is like, yeah, you've got prep time in these fights.
Yeah, they don't.
Like
I
Batman.
do.
So they don't have prep
Okay, you're really
like,
stacking the deck in
so
your
you're
favor.
just attacking monkeys. Like you're not fighting them. You're just going to attack a monkey.
You're picking fights
they
with
have-
monkeys.
Well, it's gonna be a fight if they fight back. That's up to them at this point.
I think they would.
I think that
Well,
with
then-
most monkeys, if the monkey has an opportunity to fight back, like if you're going to take out a monkey, you have to do like a one and done surprise strike, because most monkeys are so like fast and vicious that like if it has a chance to fight back, it's winning. You're gonna have to
You're downplaying me, and especially the spider monkey. Oh, done.
You gotta like donkey punch him
the
from
spider monkey
behind.
is pretty unlikely, I think, to fight you back. They don't usually. They're not really. They're not about that life. I think they would.
We're in a dome too, so you can't escape.
Well, I was
Okay,
gonna say
it's a
Beau,
They would climb to the
they're-
top of the dome.
Yeah,
Well, no, you
they don't go to the
They-
ground that. So
they
you'd have to
don't
go to
go to the
their
ground.
domain to fight them. You'd have to fight them in the tree.
And then you drop a big old glass cage around us. They can't climb, and it's me versus monkey, man versus wild. Let's do this.
Not wild, because you're in a specialized glass dome meant to keep the monkey from getting away from you.
Yeah,
In the wild,
so you-
but we're dropping
you-
it in the wild.
You planned ahead, you bought a cup, but you also had Sandy Cheek's house delivered on top of you at the same exact time. And the monkey had no prep time. I don't think this is a fair fight. I think I would join the monkey
You're
and try
really
to
making
fight
yourself
you.
look bad, Beau.
Well, you
honestly,
can't- well, it has this look. I've done that plenty of times on this show, making myself look bad. But I'll die on this hill. I'm gonna fuck up that monkey.
okay, great. I'm happy for you, I guess.
All right, next victim.
I'm not done talking about them yet. So
Okay.
as you can see, their forearms are they're like a third longer than their upper arms, which is fun. They also, and this is true for spider monkeys and gibbons, they both have specialized hands made for climbing and swinging specifically. So they have extremely long fingers and a really small little thumb, which is funny. Because you think about primates, like the opposable thumb, that's the thing, right? Primates with our little grabby hands. But these guys are so specialized at what they do, and they're so good at swinging through the trees that they have specialized hands. So they have extremely long fingers.
Here's the
and-
thing
and
about this hand.
Little thumbs.
Here's the thing about this hand is that it looks uncannily like a human hand, but with just the length of the fingers. It's making me uncomfortable. It's making my hands hurt.
Imagine
They're
your
so
fingers 3 times longer than they are.
Yeah.
Just your fingers, not the thumb. Thumb stays same.
Yeah, thumb small. Fingers are very long, and their fingers are,
Imagine what you could do.
in a way, they're curved a little bit. They're a little bit convex, and so that when they curl their fingers, they essentially make a hook so that they can grab onto branches, hook their fingers onto it, and then swing through.
Dude, you could get so many things out of your couch with that long of fingers.
And imagine if you had a prehensile tail also, so you could use your tail to like anchor to the ceiling and then like hang and get behind your couch. It would be rad.
Or you could double fist snacks with both of your hands and then use your tail to control
Yo.
the remote.
The Pringles can would need to be bigger.
You could use both of your hands to play video games with a controller and then use the tail to feed yourself snacks.
Yeah, although I think
You
holding a
could, like,
controller with
you could
fingers
hold
that
the
are that long would be
you'd
really
have to-
hard.
You'd have to
You
get a
could hold
specialized
the
controller for
Pringles
that.
can and then pour it into your mouth from your tail while you're playing video games.
You could do that. Spider monkeys have exceptionally long tails in relation to their body. Their bodies average between 16 and 21 inches, and the tail itself is 28 to 34 inches.
It's pretty long, pretty hard to fight.
Especially because, as we said, they're extremely dexterous. They're extremely strong. They can lift their whole body weight just through their tail,
I heard they can lift a whole bow weight as well.
Wow.
just in their tail. And fun fact,
Mm-mm.
all prehensile-tailed animals have tail prints, like fingerprints on the padded part of their tails that are unique to that individual.
Incredible.
So now I'm just imagining Law and Order monkey. Dun dun. The tail print smashed the crime. The monkey, he went bananas on this guy.
Hey, got
Ha 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 ha.
Got him.
That's why you pay me the big bucks.
And yeah, I think that's the spider monkeys one. And they're so cute. They just have such a sweet little face. They look so cute. But I just love their long nature and the way that they locomote through the trees with their prehensile tail. They're little sweeties. They're pretty cute.
So, like, why don't they ever come down?
They don't need to. Everything that they need is in the trees. It's more dangerous for them if they go to the ground. They literally just don't have to.
It's true. There's taxes down there.
There's nothing for
Oh
them
my
down
God,
there.
it's so
It's
great.
none of their business what's going on down there.
Okay.
They differ from gibbons in a couple of other important ways, which is that gibbons are monogamous or pair bonded. A mated pair will stay together through multiple cycles of children. But spider monkeys are in multi-male, multi-female fission fusion groups, which means that there's just essentially a bunch of unrelated individuals live in a group together, and then different groups will like come together. They'll mix apart.
Yeah, they will.
Some will go over there. Some will go over there. They'll split back apart again. They'll come back together, and then they do this cyclically throughout the year.
They're a bunch of monkey swingers. Get it? Because they swing from tree to tree, but also
and they're called
Again,
polyamorous because they just be fucking.
You get them big bucks, dog.
And Beau's trying to fight him. I think Beau likes these guys. I don't think you want to fight them.
They're pretty great.
Yeah. they're cute.
Gibbons also have a really developed vocal repertoire. They do really beautiful duets. I would listen to their duets when I would spending a lot of time at the San Francisco Zoo when I was doing undergrad, and I would just walk through the zoo and like listen to these beautiful Gibbon duets, and they were lovely, and I loved them. Gibbons also have sexual dichromatism, which means that the males are different color from the females in a lot of species, which I think is fun.
Andrew, when you're editing this, can you splice in the sound of Gibbons duetting?
I would like to know what they sound like, but from a human perspective before I do that. So here, I'll sing one thing, and then Ash will do the Gibbon part of the second part of that. Are you ready? God, what's the song? L is for the way you look at me. Go. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That was beautiful.
And
I'm not going to splice it in. That's perfect.
Gibbon sounds are one of those things that and I think I've talked about this on the podcast before, where once you hear it and you know what they sound like, that you hear it when they put it in media in a lot of like places. They'll be like in a jungle in South America and there's Gibbon sounds. And it's like, no, they only live in Asia. That's not where those are from.
Okay. One thing I've taken from this podcast and also like knowing you two is just you guys constantly fact check movies and TV shows based on animal noises.
Listen, and sometimes animals live in specific places. And when you know where those animals live, sometimes it takes you out of it.
It's like Zach was like, there's no kookaburras in Indiana Jones. There's no red-tailed hawks and the bald eagles. They sound different. Like, there's no gibbons and...
Listen, that doesn't take away the enjoyment of whatever it is that I'm watching. It adds to the enjoyment.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it takes away or adds enjoyment to anything. That's just, I know the thing about you and Ash is that you guys constantly do this in movies.
You be sitting there watching a movie with your friends. That's not the noises they make. That's not the regional dialect right there. Hopefully somebody got fired for that buffoonery.
You're watching Star Wars in the theater and then like they're like on, Dagobah or something and you hear like a kookaburra and you're like, they're not native to the Dagobah system.
That's fine because
it's so funny that you say that because I'm pretty sure they use a kookaburra sound in one of the Dagobah scenes.
But it's okay because they're in space. It's a space kookaburra.
Yeah.
A spoosabur. Either
that or they also probably use Gibbon sounds.
Yeah, I'm right.
Then that's everything for spider monkeys and gibbons that I like. I just like them a lot. They're pretty great. You ready for the next one?
Yes, I think so.
Black and white ruffed lemur.
Black and white
lemur?
ruffed lemur.
Ruffed lemur. RUFFED.
Ruffed.
They have a ruff.
Black and white ruffed lemur.
Lemurs are
ruffed lemur. Black and white.
Strepsirrhines, which are the oldest group of primates.
God. Ugh, these things.
They're so cute. I love them
I just
so
looked
much.
at a picture of them. It looks like a reverse.
That's cute.
It looks like a reverse.
They're so cute.
Who's the crazy guy from Back to the Future?
Doc Brown.
The Doc.
It looks like a reverse Doc Brown haircut. Like it has a giant white beard and like
I like
no, that's their ruff.
That's
on their neck. So they have puffy ears,
and
white
neck
ears,
beards.
and then their necks have a ruff, aka like a puffy white collar. Their bodies are black. Their backs are white though. They have a very cool black and white color scheme.
Kind of looks
look at this picture that I just sent and tell me that that's not cute.
They've got puppy noses, but they've got cracked out eyes.
They do have crazy eyes.
It looks like
I'll concede the crazy eyes.
Cracked out puppy that is cosplaying as a panda. That's what it looks like.
And you say that like it's not adorable? Because if I saw a puppy cosplaying as a panda, I'd be like, that's cute as heck.
So
but
cute.
also while smoking
it.
crack.
Hey, everyone needs a hobby.
So lemurs are a part of strepsirrhines, which are the oldest primates. They were the first, the oldest ones in the evolutionary tree. They're the oldest lineage. Lemurs only live on the island of Madagascar. There's only lemurs on Madagascar. There's no lemurs anywhere else.
I saw him in a movie that took place in Africa. Wait, Madagascar's in Africa. You know what I'm saying?
Something fun about lemurs in general
Antarctica.
is they have really specialized dentition. Their teeth are very specific in that they have something called a tooth comb, where the incisors
What?
or the four teeth or the four teeth on the front of their mouth they get really skinny and they get real close together and they look like a comb. They use it for grooming purposes.
I'm Googling their teeth.
I'm sending you a picture. Don't worry. You don't have to Google. I
I'm
have
looking.
it right here for you. And so it kind of juts out from the front of their lower jaw, and it's a really skinny little row of teeth that they use as a comb to comb through their fur. And it gets the bugs off, and then they eat them, and it keeps their fur clean. And it's a really interesting little evolutionary adaptation that they have.
I feel like their enamel must feel weird all the time.
I don't think they care.
Lemurs in general have look like they have puppy dog skulls. At least to me, they have really long rostrums, so that their nose projects a lot from their face, and they have wet noses. A lot of primates have dry noses, but these guys, the more ancestral ones, have wet noses. So they have little puppy dog wet noses, and they have real like long noses, and they're little adorable babies, and I love them so much. I think they're so cute. And black and white ruffs are my favorite of the lemurs.
So, Beau, how would you murder this cute little thing?
It's so cute.
You know what? I'm done with the murder train, and I feel like this one would be a little racist. if I
Murder
murdered it.
train.
No, they're so cute, and they
Well,
just
okay,
wanna
don't murder it.
snuggle.
Just beat the shit out of it.
I worked at a zoo previously, and I worked with. They had black and white ruff lemurs, and she was just so sweet, and she liked to have her armpits scratched, and she was such a little cutie. Her name was Manabe, and she was so cute, and I loved being able to work with her and feeding her biscuits.
So, Beau, looking at the human size comparison to these guys, they're not even
small.
coming up to your knee. Like their tail come past your knee, but not their body. It's like
So one
shin.
punt and they're gone.
Do ruffed lemurs do the sun pose, right?
Do ruffed lemurs do the sun pose?
Yeah. Like when
I don't know.
the
pose.
when the lemurs are like warming up in the sun and they do this really cute like meditative
yeah.
pose, like they're doing yoga.
Ringtail lemurs are the ones that do that the most, but they just like they spread their arms and legs and they just kind of face the sun.
Oh,
and,
they look like they're like a meditation pose, or like you're sitting
Yeah.
with your legs crossed and your arms out to your sides.
Mm-hmm.
But I think all lemurs like do sunbathing.
Yeah, I can only immediately in 30 seconds of Googling. Here's one. Okay, we got it. We're good. They do the sun pose and it's cute.
It's very cute. Another thing that I like about lemurs in general is that they have real smooth brains. Like literally their brains are they don't have as many sulci as other species of primates. So they're maybe not the most smart in the entire world.
They just
And
don't
I
got
think
no
that's
ridges
cute.
in their brain.
They got no ridges in their brain. They literally have smooth brains.
So they're himbos.
Yeah, they're cute. And also I think I was just predisposed to like lemurs because I watched and loved Zaboomafoo as a kid.
You know, I never watched that.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh my God, you're missing out because it was great.
I don't know. I know it either. You're the youngest person in the pod, so I think that makes
Oh
sense.
my God. Beau, did you watch Zaboomafoo?
I have never heard of that.
Ugh, you guys are killing me. All you Zaboomafoo heads out there.
Beau went to the set and he got kicked off for trying to fight him. He's like, Zaboomafoo, I'm a Zabooma fight you. And they
that's
kicked
what
him
I
off.
did.
Babe, you're gonna hate this.
Are you eating?
No.
You're
It
gonna
sounds
hate
like
this.
you're eating.
Zaboomafoo is a Safaka lemur.
What are you eating?
Yeah, it's a Safaka. I know that.
Jolly Rancher.
Oh, okay.
I never said that it was a black and white ruff. I just said that it has a lemur in it and it's a
Oh,
Safaka.
okay.
And you could tell it's a Safaka because when it jumps around, it does a very specific Safaka movement and it does vertical clinging and leaping, which is something that is very specific to lemurs, especially Safaka lemurs, where they jump at stuff like they push off with their lower legs and then in the air, they like rotate their bodies. They rotate their lower legs first and then like whip their upper half around and then they like grab onto branches as they land. It's pretty cool.
So
That
for
is
all those
really cool.
dumbasses out here in the world,
Mhm.
what is Safaka?
Mr. Fucker, what's up with you?
A Safaka is a type of lemur.
I like Beau's answer better.
It's just a specific type of lemur. It's got a white head and little ears. It's the Zaboomafoo lemur, if anybody know what that is.
The fact that you think I'd watch a
pretty cute.
PBS show, how dare you? I looked up the show.
I mean, as a child, I watched it as a kid. I'm not saying I watched it yesterday.
do you think my family would what's the word I'm looking for? I forget
Subjected?
the word. Yeah, subject me to PBS. public broadcasting system. Get out of here.
Okay.
Wait,
And
what other shows are on
that's-
PBS?
That's lemurs. There's
You're
a lot of
being
fun
so-
stuff about lemurs, but
Being rude.
Who's
Beau's being rude about the public broadcasting system.
Well,
Zach everyone
right?
knows
Like,
Zach
how,
takes
how do you
offense
not
when
like
you
PBS? I don't
when you
understand.
put wrong animal sounds in movies and when you make fun of the public broadcasting system.
Are you such a big fan of
Those are his
PBS?
top two.
I'm
Yeah.
so sorry for hurting
You're telling me
your
that you never watched fucking Arthur? Are you
No.
kidding me?
Never watched Arthur.
That was on PBS?
That's fucked up.
Only PBS.
I didn't know that was on
would know
PBS.
that.
You didn't
Yeah.
love the Magic School Bus?
Oh, I fucks with that. Okay,
Yeah.
PBS is cool again.
The Magic School Bus?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
enjoyed that. in
PBS is
school.
awesome.
Okay.
And it
Hold on,
brings
I'm gonna look up PBS shows now
broadcasting
on
to,
this monkey
to
podcast.
everybody, okay? So get fucked.
All right. What's the next
Ow.
monkey?
Anybody who's got beef with PBS has got beef with me.
I guess we have beef on this podcast then.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Oh, dude.
We officially have beef.
Mm-hmm.
Barney the
Bill Nye was a PBS
dinosaur
show.
guy.
No, Barney sucks. Fuck Barney.
That is Barney the
Not a
dinosaur
high.
guy.
Ken Burns Civil War. Didn't watch it, but that guy makes good shit.
Good old Ken Burns.
Whoa.
Is that what he sounds like?
Yep.
I'm going to hit you
Burns.
with
Let me tell you about Civil War.
an honorable
Let me
mention.
tell you about some burn.
I'll tell you right now that this next one I'm going to talk about aren't necessarily my favorite, but they have one specific behavior that they do that I really love. And so these are TD monkeys.
I'm sorry.
They live in Brazil in the Amazon River Basin. TD monkeys, TITI, titty monkeys, titties. They're
Titties.
primarily frugivorous, which means that they eat fruit, although they
Like
do
Steve
eat
Jobs.
insects if they're available, and sap and gum as well.
Like Steve Jobs.
Yeah, we heard you
Yeah.
the first time.
Sure.
Well, no, because that was
heard
the.
you,
Okay.
we heard you the
He
first
was
time.
saying,
about Steve
okay.
he was
Jobs.
saying the first time, but then also the second time.
Well, the
'cause
second time
he's-
was.
like
she said two
Steve
separate
Jobs.
things. Yeah, yeah.
the,
I'm with you, Zach. Don't let
Okay.
Bo
like
chastise
Steve
you.
Jobs.
That was the joke. Is the obvious one is
Like Steve Jobs.
is the
Yeah.
the frugivorous because he tried to cure his cancer with a frugivorous
Ash.
diet. And the second one is because nobody expected that he also
Although
eats gums and insects.
wasn't it vegetables though?
No, it was fruit.
I thought it was just
And it's
only
funny
fruit.
because he had
'Cause he loves
pancreatic
apples so
cancer,
much.
and he
Get
tried
it?
to
Yeah,
he tried
apple.
to cure his pancreatic cancer with a frugivorous
got it.
diet.
apples
But fruit
with apples.
has so much
computers.
sugar in it that it's hard.
He
It's
was eating
tough for your
iPhones.
pancreas, so
Got
he
it.
made it worse
We get
for
it,
himself.
Andrew. We get it. Thank
He
you.
was
We get
eating
it.
the iPhone, Apple
Like
Watches.
Steve Jobs.
Yeah, eating
the-
iPhones
the
is bad for you.
AirPods, the
Yeah,
iPads,
like Steve Jobs.
the Vision
Yeah,
Pros.
all these idiot kids were eating Tide Pods. I was eating AirPods. Like Steve Jobs.
Like Steve Jobs.
So this monkey looks like a
Anyway,
football.
TD monkeys are fun because they're super fluffy. They're super cute. Their vocalizations are more complex than most other monkeys. They have been known to engage in duets with other pairs, especially around dawn, which is fun.
Aw,
Their
they're doing
territorial call can be
double
heard up to
dates.
1.6 miles away, which for a 2-pound animal is pretty good.
Yeah.
They're around 13 inches in length, and their tail is an additional third of that. But the
That's
thing that they
pretty small.
do that really just gets me, and it's they're pretty small. They're arboreal. They only live in the trees. They only live in Brazil. But the thing that they do that's so cute is called tail twining, which they will sit in a branch with either their mated pair or their family unit, and they will literally entwine their tails together, wrap them up, and hang out. They do this when awake, and they do it when they're sleeping, which is
It's
so cute.
Yeah,
And
but
it's
the
kind of
photo
like
you
so
how
sent,
they hold
cute.
hands, but they're just doing it with their tails.
it looks like they're fucking though. The photo you
No,
sent.
it
I'm
doesn't.
sorry. It looks like they're fucking.
No,
No, it
they're just
doesn't.
twining their
How
tails
It absolutely
together.
doesn't.
Where do you
They're
think they're
facing
sticking
in
off?
different
sitting next to each
directions.
other.
Look at the face. Look at his face. Look at that way. They had body turn. I'm just saying.
The
monkey
bodies
style.
are facing different. They're
Bo
perpendicular
has a
to each
dirty
other.
mind.
No, whatever.
Well, yeah, one's facing the back and one's facing the side, but okay.
If they were
So
to
it's
be
a
having
miracle you
sex
have
with
two
each
kids.
other, that monkey's penis would have to be coming out of its arm or its hip.
Ah, yeah,
Long
the old
dong.
hip.
Long dong. Like Steve Jobs.
But what's more
He's-
important than that is that their tails are twined. Look at how cute their
He's
tails
back,
are
baby.
when they're
It's
twined
so
together.
cute.
Isn't that so cute? They
They
literally
look like- they look
spiral
like little
down and they
Ewok
twine together,
footballs.
and they're so cute.
I'll take that
Yeah,
as a
little
compliment.
fluffy cuties, but yeah, they're cute. And so that's my favorite thing about TD monkeys. I just love that they entwine their tails.
They do that because why? They just want to hang out and they're just like, hey, just twining tails with the homies.
Yeah, they do it with yeah, with like your family, your mated pair or your child or your parent, and it's to strengthen social bonds. And they just
Oh.
like hanging out with each other. And
I-
it's like how we hold hands. They twine
I
their
was going to
tails.
say, like, when last time me and Beau were hanging out, we were sitting on a park bench and we just started twirling our legs together and we got stuck.
Mhm. We had to call an ambulance.
They had to call the
Same
fire
thing.
department and they had a crowbar.
Mm-hmm.
But not for me.
They use the jaws of life to get us off each other.
Wow, what
They're like, wow, these two
is
are so
wrong with
bonded.
your,
We're
what's
like,
wrong with
I
your
know.
skin?
It's healing over each other.
Yeah, we put super glue on our legs. And so that's a special shout out to the tail twining just because I think that's adorable.
Yeah.
All right, I've got one more for you. The next one is the red-shanked duck or the duck langer.
Duck? How do you
These
spell that?
are monkeys that live in Vietnam, southern Laos. I'm not going to tell you because I don't want you to Google it before I send you a picture.
DOUC.
Found it.
They are arboreal quadrupeds. They also are
Ah.
known to brachiate, though. Shout out to brachiation.
Yeah.
They live in the canopies of the forest.
Mm.
They're mainly folivorous,
Oh.
meaning that they eat leaves.
I
But
don't
the
trust
biggest
these
thing about
guys.
them is their color. They are the queens of the forest. They have a very beautiful color.
It's probably
These
a lot
things
of
have alien
keratin.
faces, dude.
No, dude. It feels like he's going to give me wisdom.
They look like
No,
they're
they
like
don't.
wearing
They're
a
so
porcelain
cute.
mask.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
gonna
they're
give, he's gonna
wise.
Give, where are they from
Oh.
again?
And they look like a
no.
beautiful doll.
That's
where are they?
literally the exact picture
They're
I'm looking at
from
right now that you
Vietnam
just sent.
and Laos.
See, I'm waiting for some ancient Asian wisdom they're going to give me.
That they have these
They
crazy
have
white beard.
Really beautiful
Their-
orange faces.
Yeah, their faces are orange,
A white beard and it's a white beard with a red neck.
and they're wearing like a striped sweater sort of
They
situation. here.
have
Where are they
gray,
from,
like
Texas?
they almost have ombre bodies. Yeah, where like their shoulders are dark gray and then it goes to lighter gray and then their kind of arms turn white and then they have really beautiful red legs as well.
When you look into like something's face, you can sort of tell if it like has more behind those eyes. These look like they've lived 1,000 years and they want to just tell me the secrets of the universe, but also
That's what I'm
they
saying.
terrify me because they look like they
That's
have
what I'm
porcelain
saying.
faces and it scares the shit out of me. Like they have
Give me-
16 souls inside of there.
Give
I think
me
they're
that
lovely.
wisdom.
They look
they're
like
beautiful.
they look like they know how you die.
Another thing,
Yeah. You're going to walk past one, they're going to be like, bus. And you're going to be like, what?
You're gonna walk past with Burger King. Like, fuck. What's that mean, monkey?
Die your way.
and you know they're communicating with you telepathically.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
He's on a
their
weed now.
eyelids are purple too. When they close their eyes, their eyelids
they-
are purple.
yeah, they wear
What?
mascara.
Who
Yeah,
made
they're-
this?
Andrew, God damn it, Andrew. And a really cool thing about them is that they have blue eyelids.
Whoa, what? This is new information.
So when they close their eyes, their eyelids have a really beautiful blue color, and they use this. It's called an eyelid flash. It's a communicative gesture where adults do it to each other as a way to say, like, "Hey, we're friends, we're chill." It's like when a cat slow blinks at you. Yeah,
I'm sorry. They keep stealing all your answers.
this is why I have a plan, you guys. I plan these episodes out, and Andrew always
Hey,
does
you
this.
know
Where I'll say
what?
something,
Hey,
it's like immediately I'm
sorry
googling
that
it.
I'm
Oh,
so
look at all these
involved
things.
in your show that I'm actually learning and having a good time. Hold on, look at this fucking guy. Look at this chubby little fucker.
He's just enjoying leaves.
Just eating leaves. Just loves eating leaves.
Also, real quick, I know you're probably going to talk about their teeth right
I love
now,
that you're
but-
excited, but you do this all the time to me.
I mean, you did this to
Tell
me
us,
in
Andrew.
the you did this to me in the other that one episode.
Which
I
one?
was talking about cookies.
One singular time.
So this guy's teeth, though, they need some work.
This man lives in a salad. He just lives in a salad. Let him go. Live his best life.
These
I
monkeys
I don't know
are
if you know this about the
terrifying.
animal kingdom, Andrew, but they don't have toothbrushes.
My mama said that's why crocodiles are so ordinary because they got all their teeth, but they don't got no toothbrush.
All right, so I'm gonna invent that and become rich and
Um,
sell them to these animals. I'll be the next Jeff
Something about
Bezos
these. Something else about these is that
or Steve Jobs.
they're extremely shy. They're really hard to keep in zoos. If they do have them at zoos, they're hard to see because they're super shy. They get anxious really easily. They like to be secluded and like not near anyone. They're also
Same,
just
buddy.
gravely
Same.
endangered because
Oh,
people
same,
hunt
buddy.
them because they're so beautiful. They capture them to sell into the exotic pet trade, and then forests are diminishing, logging operations, habitat destruction. Really bad for these specific
God, I feel
little
like
guys, but they're so beautiful.
I do not understand the desire to have a monkey as a pet because I feel like it's really obvious just from looking at a monkey that it is going to ruin all of your shit and it's going to love doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And
I have
but
kids who do the same.
Don't have monkeys.
Best case scenario, it fucks your shit up like
Don't
in
have
your
kids.
house. Worst case scenario, it fucks your shit up on your body.
Yeah.
There's no, I mean, it's like, just leave the fucker alone.
Yeah.
Let him go eat leaves.
Yeah, and like they piss and shit everywhere, and like some species
And they
piss
laugh
on
when
their
they do it.
hands and rub it all over their bodies. They constantly make noise. Like just they're so smart too. Like just don't have monkeys as pets, y'all.
Okay, you can't say that they rub piss and shit all over their bodies and then say that they're smart.
Listen,
Like Steve
It's
Jobs.
like,
you would rub piss all over
Steve
you
Jobs.
if you needed to.
like, if we go to Beau's house and we're like, oh, there's our friend Beau. He's the smartest guy in the world. And you open the door and he's rubbing himself in shit. And he's like, hey guys, whip-a-doo. Like, no.
It's cultural differences.
Mhm.
Okay,
Literally.
sure.
And so yeah, those are some of my favorite monkeys. Even though you hate my favorite monkeys, apparently you think that they're ugly, but fine, whatever.
No, I
Beauty's
don't
in the
think
eye of
they're
the
ugly.
beholder.
I think that it's fucking terrifying, and I think that it knows how I die, and I don't like that.
You told me that the lemurs were ugly.
Which lemurs? Oh, the ones that look like they're dogs smoking crack that are cosplaying as pandas.
They're so cute.
I love them. Actually,
Yeah,
if it's more than
I love
think
them.
that I think that they're as cute as you do.
Thanks, Zach.
You're
So
welcome.
based on
you.
Ash's taking offense to that, I think Ash's favorite one is that one, the lemur.
But what do you think?
I forgot their names.
If you think Beau is paying attention during this whole thing, you are.
I forgot
Cultural
their names.
difference.
Yeah, I forgot their names.
I think it's the
Um,
Patas monkey.
Is the patis monkey, the lemur, the titi monkey, or the red-shanked
The titty monkey, because I like the name.
And the spider monkey.
Fuck that
and the
spider.
spider?
Spider monkey.
Ash, out of these 5.
If I had to, I don't think I can choose. I don't think I can choose.
All right, Beau, get the gun.
Okay,
I
here.
think I think I would choose Patis monkey. I think I would choose Patis monkey.
That's
The
not
one with
titty.
the Wilford Brimley mustache?
The mustache little fuckos. They're
Mustache
great.
monkey. The ones
And
that
they run so
howl.
fast.
Wait, are those the ones that howl?
Do you guys have a favorite monkey? They
Yeah,
they do
it's
the
man.
bark grunts and the chirping.
Is Donkey Kong? He's an ape.
Godzilla.
Donkey Kong's an ape.
He's a donkey.
My favorite monkey is squirrel monkeys. Because of
Squirrel monkey.
because
that?
I think they're very cute, and also because I think it's very funny at that scene at the end of Aguirre, The Wrath of God, where Klaus Kinski is on a raft going down the Amazon River, and he's completely lost his mind, ranting and raving about how he's going to start some new civilization. And he's just on a raft that's covered in monkeys to symbolize how he's lost his mind. But they're all squirrel monkeys, so they're all really, really cute.
Yeah, definitely.
Squirrel
no,
monkeys are monkeys that live in they're monkeys that live in the forests of South America. They are arboreal quadrupeds, so they run around on all fours in the trees. They're really smart. They have one of the highest encephalization quotients of monkeys, so their brains are the biggest in comparison to their body sizes. So they're thought to be one of the most intelligent monkeys. They have a lot of vocalizations. They have a lot of different communicative and alarm calls that they do. They live in really large groups. And fun fact, we were just talking about a monkey pissing in its hands. Squirrel monkeys piss on its hands and rub it on themselves. So it's a way of marking their territory. It helps control their body temperature. It helps keep parasites and insects away.
See, that's smart. That's the smart thing to do.
So, just like everyone else on the internet, when I don't know about things, I first go to the internet and ask the internet to tell me what the thing is.
Mhm.
I just typed into Google cutest monkeys ranked. And let's see here. It's pretty much a winner on every list that I've seen is the mandrill.
Wait, mandrill as cutest?
Mandrills are very cool.
I have a mandrill here, number 1. I have a mandrill
I
here
wouldn't
on
say that
let's see. A to Z Animals says it's the number 1 cutest monkey. The Christian Science Monitor
I wouldn't say it's cute.
says that it's the number 1. I have a Reddit post here. Nope, those are monkeys from Bloons Tower Defense 6 game. They're ranking those monkeys. That's not going to be counted. It's the mandrill.
Now, this is most beautiful monkey, and that's very different.
So mandrills they kind of look like baboons, but they have the big red nose with like the blue spots on it, and they got the big blue butts.
They got yellow on their face with blue and white, and it's very colorful. And they They got lions.
Yeah, they have like a little bit of a
teeth?
yellow fur situation.
They look like they could be a
They
lion.
have lion's teeth? They have very
Yeah,
big
the-
canines.
Yeah, they look like a
They
lion.
have
when they're
very
roaring.
big canines.
A howler monkey almost
Because
killed
they
my
live
friend
in-
once.
Single male, multi-female.
His friend, Steve Jobs.
We were working on a dig in Belize in Central America. And
Get it? You're popular and cool, and you do cool stuff. Gosh.
you're well traveled, you're worldly. Look at me, I'm Zach.
And our dig site was underneath a tree that was part of like a howler monkey troops territory. They would howl at us during the day, and we would
That tracks.
we had to set up tarps over our units, over the holes, so that like they would be protected from the rain and stuff. And sometimes we would like hear water going onto the tarps, and we'd look up, and it was the howler monkeys pissing onto the tarps. But then one time my friend was walking from one unit to another, and a huge branch fell on the ground right in front of him. And he looked up, and all the howler monkeys like were in the tree, and they stared at him and started like freaking out and like hopping around in the tree and like howling at him. And so we're all pretty convinced that the monkeys tried to murder him to get us away from this tree that they had claimed.
So the monkey didn't. The tree did.
Well, I think that the monkeys dropped a branch out of the tree to try and kill him.
That's slander, sir.
You're talking the good monkeys' names.
That is tree crime.
Howler monkeys make crazy sounds. When the zoo that we used to work at, the howler monkeys would not really make any sounds at all unless one specific lawnmower was being used, and that really got them going.
Yeah. There was one lawnmower that was like just the perfect timbre to set off these howler monkeys. It was pretty funny.
Howler monkeys, you can hear their calls in ideal conditions. You can hear them up to 3 miles away.
If you Google howler monkey images, it just looks like a bunch of shocked monkeys because their mouths are all open, like. Whoa.
They look really sad. Well, okay, yeah. So when they howl, their throats inflate. They have these like throat sacs that get really big so that they can
Blech.
resonate sound really loudly. But they have resting sad face. Like they have downturned mouths naturally. So to us, they look really sad. And so I would get people at the zoo being like, "Oh, your monkeys are so sad." And I'm like, "My dude, that's just the way their face is."
Is that what you would say to them?
Yes, they look very sad. They have pouty lips and downturned mouths, but that's just the way their face is. They just have resting sad face.
They look like they'd be awesome, like death metal screamers, though. So I
Oh my
respect
God.
them.
They sound like awesome death
They
metal
are.
screamers too.
They absolutely are.
Pretty sweet. So, Beau, one last monkey fight. How would you fight this one before we end the episode?
The one that Zach just sent?
The howler monkey, yeah.
Oh. Well, we just get a screaming match. We just get a howling matchup.
Just a howling match until one of
Yeah.
you passes out.
Mhm. So
Just
50,
bow in
50,
one tree, monkey in the other, and then they both start pissing everywhere.
No dome,
I would pay
no
to see that.
cups, Just two people yelling at each other.
A Peacock premium live event. They don't do
Yelling and
pay-per-views anymore.
pissing.
Premium live event. I want to see that. Make that happen.
Get a cough drop first. Then we're good.
Sponsored by Ricola. This is cash cow, baby.
Ricola.
I love it.
With that, we'll just end it right now. Okay.
Yes.
Hey.
So thank you for this little coming along with me talking about my favorite monkeys, because I've studied a lot about monkeys and I've learned a lot about monkeys and I love talking about monkeys. And so I'm going to talk at monkeys at you for an hour, and that's the heart of this podcast. Take us
Ash
out.
favorite
Beau.
monkeys. Ash favorite monkeys. Everyone, tell me your favorite part. Zach.
My favorite part was the weird, gross spider monkey hand, because it makes my bones shiver a little looking at it.
Yeah, it's weird. I didn't even get into the weirdest monkey hand. That's crazy.
What's the weirdest monkey hand?
Oh, God.
The weirdest monkey hand is an eye.
Oh my God, you're so right.
They have a very skinny, one of their fingers is very small and skinny. And they use it to tap on tree trunks and listen for hollow spots. And then they shove their little skinny finger in the holes and dig out the larva. And it's really unsettling to watch them do. And it's really gross.
I Googled eye monkey hand, and it's just a bunch of eye monkey from Super Monkey Ball. I think I spelled it wrong.
Oh, it's AYE, AYE.
Yeah, I spelled that wrong. AA.
Hey.
Hey, oh no! Why did I do that? Nope. Going back to the other one. Going back to Super Monkey Ball. Oh, it's much better. That's much better.
It's bad and gross. It's bad and gross. And like,
Yeah,
if
no,
you
I can
ever
do that.
watch the videos of them like tapping and shoving their little finger in there, like it's so unsettling.
You should stop talking about. Nobody needs to see this. So, if you're listening to this podcast, don't
That's
look
the
that
gross.
up.
So if you like gross monkey hands,
Just
Unless
look up
you like that
AI,
shit, and then
AI
look up
monkey
II,
from Super Monkey
AYE.
Ball, and he's got cute little ears and they're little spirals, and he rolls around in a ball for some reason.
they're talking about having like crack eyes. Like these guys, their eyes are, because they're nocturnal, so their eyes are just like huge and unblinking.
But speaking of unblinking, our best unblinking friend, Beau, what was your favorite part of the episode?
My favorite part when I was supposed to ask these questions because I was ending the episode, but you can go ahead and do this every time.
You take us out. I'm leading into that.
That's part of when you hosted. You asked that question.
Okay, then you can take over.
The best
last
part
two
about
things.
about the podcast is when we have fights on air.
It literally happened like Ash when you interrupt every time. You guys do this every time to me when it's supposed to be my ending, my wraps up questions and stuff like that. But no,
Ash, what was your favorite thing about the podcast?
My least favorite thing was how mean you were to all the monkeys.
I wasn't mean to the monkeys. I like some.
You
of
were
them.
very mean to the monkeys.
I call out bullshit.
You were mean to the monkeys.
you were addicted.
I'll
to the
call
monkeys.
out bullshit. What, like how I said the TT monkey looked like a football? You laughed at that, Zach. I have that on record.
That was the least mean thing that you said.
What was the most mean thing that I said?
When you were
Yeah.
when you were rude about the Duke Langer. You
When you were
very
rude to
mean
the
about
Linger,
its
and then you were
position.
rude to the Red Shank Duke, and you were like, ugh, ugh, ugh. That was you.
The monkey hands? The disgusting monkey hands? You're talking about disgusting things? You want me to be like, yummy, put it in my mouth. Yum, 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 yum.
No, we were talking about the beautiful red Langer. You said you hated it because it had a weird doll face, and you were quite rude, and you made disgusting sounds
Red
when you first saw
Langer?
it.
You mean the
No.
red shank?
The red shanked duck.
It has a doll face. It's terrifying. I'll die on that hill. It's scary. I don't like it. I don't trust it.
Rude. Andrew
But my
hates
favorite
monkeys.
thing
He's rude to them.
was
He's wrong.
that my favorite thing was when Beau tried to fight the monkeys. I liked that. My also favorite thing was that one monkey has a Wilford Brimley mustache, and I want to buy him some wax, and I want to twirl it.
Oh,
And
God,
my other
so
favorite
much.
thing
Pretty good.
was that the cutest monkeys ranked thing on the internet is very clearly driven by Big Monkey, and they're just trying to sell Mandrill t-shirts now because every single list has Mandrill as number
They're
one.
quite striking.
Ready for a lot of ads for man.
I like how 2 of your 3 favorite things were things that I didn't bring to the podcast. You're welcome.
You're welcome
You're welcome.
for that. Again, I'm sorry for being engaged and talking about monkeys. I will now just do the Beau thing from now on and just say that I'm going to fight everything.
It's a good way, dude.
So here's how I would fight Chef Boyardee, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I get a
I
can
don't know if it
opener.
would be that hard to
and
fight
just-
Chef
I think he would
Boyardee.
lose. I don't know. I feel like he's better at fighting than you.
He's a cook.
All he knows is cooking.
I
All
feel like
knows
he always
is
has a
boiling-
chef's knife in his pocket.
He's boiling spaghetti. That's all he knows how to do. So I'll just take that boiled spaghetti, throw it in his
He's
boiled
gonna-
spaghetti face.
He's gonna boil you like a raviolo.
All right. We done?
All right, Beau, take us out.
Perfect. For a short episode, for someone who said this probably could be a short episode.
Long episode.
Pretty long episode. Well, thank you, At. Hold on. What the voice?
You
I
guys
did
like
earlier?
monkeys. What can I say?
What did the voice? How did I do it? I'm just trying to find out the voice I used earlier. All right, let's just go with this. Let's go with this. Hey, Ash, thank you so much for this montastic episode that you brought us today. I fully enjoyed every aspect of this.
Wait, why did you say
episode.
that I was being rude to the monkeys when Beau was literally trying to fight them to death
Yeah, that's
and capture them in Sandy Cheek's home and
Beau's
beat
rude to
them to
everyone.
death?
yeah, that's my shtick. That's my bit.
Yeah, we don't
And,
expect better from him.
Beau's rude to everyone and everything. It's not new
Uh-huh.
information.
Yeah, like, oh, you shocked? I'm talking about fighting monkeys.
I'm not.
Anyway, Ash, thank you. That was great. I love the episode. Love monkeys. I love monkeying around with you guys. See what I did there? Do you guys see what I fucking did there? Anyway,
He's a joke stealer.
You've been singing My Little Monkey all fucking day. That's the first thing I opened with. You want to talk about joke stealing? You know what? All right, anyway, oh my God. See, now you got me all flustered and I just can't go on. Zach, finish it for me.
So we have been Get Dumped On, an Info Dump podcast, and this has been episode 53. The first episode of year 2. I'm gonna put season 2, episode 1 when I upload this onto Spotify.
I was gonna say this feels like it's kind of a return to normal for us because we got kind of weird at the end of the last season with the Newlywed Game and like some like interesting episodes that weren't really like historically based or information based. It's more just us being crazy little bitches. So this is nice. It's a return to normal.
Yeah.
And my first episode in the first season
Was about monkeys.
We'll get ready
was
for
about human evolution,
Roller
which is my other
coasters?
passion.
Oh yeah,
And this one is
human
about
evolution.
monkeys.
Get
Yeah.
ready for Slice 2.
Oh boy.
Boogaloo.
Oh boy. All right. And so for Get
Tell them
Dumped
where they
On,
can find us.
Zach.
you can find us on Instagram at Get Dumped On Podcast. You can find us on email at getdumpedonpodcast@gmail.com. Send us your letters. If you send us a letter, we'll read it on air. We'll have a letters segment if we get enough letters. So that's your incentive
Instead of
to
a Dear John, it could be called Dear Beau.
ask us for advice,
I'll read
and we'll
it.
give you advice on air.
One of us will give you real advice, and then Beau will give you Beau advice, which
There's
is
advice and Beau advice. You choose which one you want. Or you
choose
get
which
both.
path you want. If you want to be a little spicy in your life, or if you want to completely go left field,
It's like a Goosebumps story.
And
choose your own Beau venture.
Yeah, so tune in every Wednesday. Wednesday, we like to call it Humpday Dumpday because people call Wednesday Hump Day. And hump rhymes with dump, and we call our episodes dumps. So it
Just
kind
like
of
Steve
all works
Jobs.
together, just like Steve Jobs. And so for Get Dumped On, I have been Zach.
I'm Steve
I have been
Jobs.
Steve Jobs.
I'm
Damn it.
Steven Jobs. And that over there is Steve Jobs. And
And I'm Steve
Bye.
Wozniak. Okay, bye.
oh fuck, get him!
Ash and Zach are super smart. They went to college and learned a bunch of stuff. And Beau and Andrew didn't go to college because that's just the way life goes sometimes. What happens when you put them together and you try to make them learn? Grab your friends, let's listen together on Get Dumped On an Info Dump podcast.
Bye.
See, my
Take
favorite
all
part
of
is
his money.
I let Zach end it. 'cause I
Everybody
always
make monkey sounds.
I
Everybody
always
make monkey
forget
sounds.
Hey,
I
I'm a
forget our Instagram
monkey.
and our email.
I'm a Beatles ripoff right now. I was created by corporations
Those poor
because the
people's-
Beatles were taking all the money.
Those poor people's speakers in their car are hearing Zach's
bye.
fucking monkeys.
I hope that he's blowing out some speakers
Oh my
right now.
god. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
I love you. Bye.